Hi, this is Chris from the Stephanie Miller Show. Please enjoy this exclusive clip from Political Voices Network.
By the way, I loved your tweet. You said J.D. Vance tried to confront VP Harris near Air Force 2 for not taking questions. Let me say this to J.D. Vance and anyone else. Women don't owe you their time. They don't owe you... She's Vice President of the United States, a position you will never reach. She has to do. Thank you. Not to mention how creepy it looked with his posse of other white dudes stalking her.
Privilege that he thought it was okay to do this. She is not just any candidate, first of all. She is Vice President of the United States. Right. J.D. Vance should never have been able to just walk onto the tarmac. I don't care if he's a senator. She's the Vice President of the United States. We had an assassination attempt on a former sitting president. I don't care if this guy's been vetted. I don't trust him, and I don't trust his guys.
I was saying, it's like they are... like systematically trying to alienate every segment of the population. I mean, you said Trump and Vance. Kamala isn't black. She hates Jewish people. She's going to unleash hell on earth. She wants to kill babies after birth. Media crickets. Waltz makes one couch joke. Come on, Dems, drop the joke. It's just not true. I mean, but we're just doing this without the media, right?
Thank God we are, and I love to see it. You know, this is the thing. The people that are going to vote for Trump are going to vote for Trump. There's moderates and there's independents that I think are tired of the hate. They're tired of the BS. They actually believe in a better future for this country. And I don't think a couch joke is going to be what makes them stay home and not vote or write in a name or vote for Jill Stein. Like, I think it's absurd. We need to have levity around this. And the other thing is he's the kind of guy that's smiling while he gives you a little like, get your crap together, you know? He's doing it with a smile on his face.
By the way, speaking of couch jokes, you said J.D. Vance is definitely going to pull out of the vice presidential debate, and he didn't even do that with the couch.
Oh, my. That's just blue. Dana Louise.
I still love Vladimir Futon is my favorite.
It's the gift that keeps on giving.
It really is.
But you know, but not coming if it's with J.D. Vance. So.
We were just saying... This is like the worst campaign ever. So Trump just give a news conference, of course, blaming his campaign for how disastrously this is going. I don't know if you saw, Dana.
I did.
There's a poll out showing Harris up by 6 already.
Yeah.
I mean, he's losing his mind.
Did Trump give the press conference, Steffi?
No, it's at 11 a.m.
He's going to, but and of course, as usual, going to blame someone else for how badly this is going. So, but yeah, you know, what is like someone say like MAGA? You know, she only got the job because she's black. Also MAGA. She's not really black. I mean, they cannot figure out any strategy that makes sense, can they?
They're throwing everything on the wall and seeing what sticks. It's probably ketchup. But other than that, I don't think they have anything. And, you know, I said they were going to try and destroy walls. He's a good man, and they're reaching for anything they possibly can. For them to call him Tampon Tim, that's a bad thing, to make sure girls and even trans boys have access to tampons in the bathroom if they need it. Make sure that no kid is going to starve. Like, you have to be literally a monster to think these are bad things so that kids feel supported in school when bullying is at an all-time high.
Yeah. And by the way, Tampon Tim is going to stop the red wave. I stole that from someone else. Okay.
Chris is like, stop telling other people's jokes, but at least you're like, I took it.
I don't remember who I stole it from, but someone. Okay. And you were saying to somebody, you retweeted Vance is campaigning in Pennsylvania, and it looks like he's campaigning for Harris. Terrible advance teamwork. He's literally under Kamala's. I swear to God, I keep hearing either Veep or Curb Your Enthusiasm music, like everything they do.
It's a sign that says Kamala Chaos.
It does. It says Kamala Chaos.
But he's covering up.
Right. But Kamala Chaos sounds like the best WWE name ever.
Like she's a super cool wrestler.
Exactly.
Also, if you were to reverse that sign where those people are set up, there's just a big word that says chaos behind J.D. Vance.
Right.
Like, it's just not good branding.
You just, by the way, you said, look at that. Sometimes I'm right. You retweeted yourself from July 30th. You said, I don't think they would announce this without having a card to play. My hope is they're doing the rally in Pennsylvania so Shapiro can introduce and endorse her and her new VP while telling the people of Pennsylvania to vote for them while he continues to serve their great state. That's my hope. There you go. See, this hopey changey stuff is, right? It's, yeah. Still working.
I'm excited about it. I think Tim Walz has been an advocate, especially for the LGBTQ community,
Yes.
even before Joe Biden. I believe he was for marriage equality even before any of the bigwigs came out in favor of it. You know, I'm sure you covered it, but the fact that he was a football coach in the same high school where he was a faculty member and basically started the Gay Straight Alliance because he knew that the optics, and he cared that there was a football coach involved in this.
Yep.
He's just a good man.
I have to
He's a
keep
good
saying,
man
in
to his core.
1999 is
Yeah.
when he did
Yeah.
that. So, you know, way ahead of the curve. Yeah, we were saying, this was him yesterday.
In Minnesota, we're making it very clear we're not going to cooperate with these folks. We're not going to extradite people. We're going to say that this is a place where you can come to make these decisions. The community, the trans community, is as terrified as they've ever been. We've seen attacks across the nation, even here in Minnesota, and we're now saying we have to be much more proactive. We have to be much more aggressive about making sure that folks are protected.
I said it at the top of the show, Dana. America's not going to vote for their childhood bullies. Trump and Vance are our childhood bullies, and Tim Walz is the guy that you go to that hugged you and gave you a Band-Aid, right?
There's also a lot of women, and I heard someone say this, even Republican women, Tim Walz is going to remind them of their fathers, like good relationship dad. Like, I miss that. I miss being around a man who's actually compassionate and kind instead of, you know, apparently one of the Google searches and some of the other people in offices in Texas, one of the biggest questions they're getting, can my husband find out who I voted for in the election?
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, Dana, bringing up all my daddy issues. Well, I was saying, because just the video of him taking the call, because my dad took the call from Goldwater when he took the call to be vice president from Kamala. I mean, I'm spontaneously crying and stuff. Just this, did you do this is what democracy looks like. Did you see this moment? This spontaneous moment where was that?
Democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like.
It's just, it's like you can't even get your mind around. And I don't know what that was. That the one with 50,000?
That was in Eau Claire, I believe.
That was in Eau Claire, in a red district held by a red congressperson, and the capacity, the whole city only has 70,000 occupants.
Right.
Yeah.
There was a majority of the people, and I'm sure they came from other places, but that's a red area. Like, this is not going to go well for them. If every vote is counted, and it better be, this is going to be one of the biggest numbers we've seen in an election in decades.
I mean, people, just all the pictures, right? The people posted spontaneously. The line of people, the line of cars. This is the airport hangar. Victor Shee said, now this is what you call an entrance. Harris and Walz are greeted by an overfilled airport hangar in Detroit, Michigan. Amazing. Bob tweeted, imagine the energy in the home stretch when Harris is bringing out Obama and performers that fill football stadiums. I mean, they're just getting started, Dana.
Absolutely. Someone, I think it would, and I hate quoting Tommy Lauren because she's just a despicable human being. She was like, oh, this honeymoon with Tim isn't going to last long. I was like, oh, honey, this is not the honeymoon. That was the engagement. The marriage is the election. The honeymoon is when they win. Like, I don't think you understand that this momentum is not stopping just when she names the VP. It's not stopping at the convention, and it's not stopping at the election.
I claim I invented Kamala because I was for her in the primary in 2020, and I kept saying it then, ready for Kamala. But I swear, Dana, for those of us, we're not quite old enough to remember, but you know, that's why they called it Camelot with the Kennedys. It was like that sense of possibility that anything is possible, and
this is
to have
the
these
first
young,
time,
energetic people in the White House, and but go ahead.
I think this is the first time in 30 years, I may be wrong with the years, that there's not a Bush, a Clinton, or a Biden on the ticket.
Yes.
And listen, we know we love 2 out of 3 of those names. They have done a hell of a job for this country, but it is fascinating that for the first time in a long time, I think people feel like they're not voting for the Democratic establishment or whatever they want to call that. Kamala is different. And I know some people can argue that she believes in some of the same things and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
She is not an old white man.